Welcome into this edition of the Red Sox Rundown. I am your host, Jack Lauderay. Before we get into anything, we have a new goal here on the channel. I'm trying to help grow our Red Sox Rundown Instagram to 150 followers as soon as possible. So what I'm going to do for you is if you follow that account, the first 10 people to follow that account at the Red Sox Rundown, it's going to be down in the description, down in the comments. I will give you a shout out on a future video next week. You got to follow the account though. So go follow the Red Sox Rundown in the comments and the description. I'll give the next 10 people that follow a shout out on a future video. Excuse me. Late night, lots to talk about. We got a lot of Red Sox injury news. That's kind of going to be the main portion of the video because then there was a pretty annoying 2-1 loss in extra innings to the Toronto Blue Jays that we will also discuss, but I don't really think there's that much to discuss. It was pretty cut and dry. So let's talk about the injury news. We got a lot of pretty fairly significant injury updates from Alex Cora today. The first major update is around Liam Hendriks. He will officially begin his rehab assignment on Thursday. Today, the day that you are watching this video, Liam Hendriks will be pitching in Worcester for his first rehab outing. This is great news. The Red Sox desperately need another dominant arm in their bullpen. The bullpen actually has held up really, really well lately, but with the rotating cast of characters, I think a little bit more stability definitely helps. And if you have someone like a Hendriks, a high-powered potential high leverage reliever, you can never have too many of those arms in your bullpen. And while the bullpen has held up really well so far this season, there will be a time at some point this season where that does not happen. And they will need someone like Liam Hendriks there to not only be a leader, but also just go out there and absolutely dominate like we know he can. So that is the biggest news of the day in terms of injuries. Another high leverage arm could be coming back to the Red Sox fairly soon. Lucas Giolito pitched his second game in Worcester today. Seemed like it went fairly solid. According to Cora, he is feeling good. They will probably need another 1 or 2 outings before they get called up to the bigs. They are treating this a lot like spring training. But Giolito pitched again today, and he apparently settled in quite nicely. So that's really good to see. Newcomb, Fitz have been fine, but it's just I don't know. I'm not convinced that they are every day, every turn of the rotation guys. I think Giolito coming up and helping anchor the bullpen would really be a big help. And Brayan Bello is slated to make his next start on Friday, so that'll be his second rehab start. Is that his second or so? I'm pretty sure that's his second rehab start. But all good news across the board. Both pitchers are feeling good. They both have a few starts under their belt and should be knocking on the major league door very soon. And then we should, knock on wood, hopefully no more injuries happen, have our entire 5-man rotation set going into a pretty crucial period in the early parts of this season. Both pitchers are expected to need additional outings. And this is all coming from Matt Carrillo of the Boston Herald as well. That's where I'm getting all of this information from. Both pitchers are expected to need additional outings before they're ready to return to the rotation. Cora said it's kind of like spring training. They need innings, so we'll be patient. He says, I know that they're feeling well, but we have to make sure they're ready to go when they get here. So they're treating it like spring training. They're not going to rush it, which is fine. The rotation, while it hasn't been stellar, has not been the reason why the Red Sox have been losing these games. So if Newcomb and Fitz can continue to hold for now, we should get reinforcements here in the rotation fairly soon. Go down below in the comments for me. Give me your confidence level in the Red Sox rotation as it stands right now with Richard Fitz and Sean Newcomb in the rotation. Scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I have literally zero confidence in the entirety of this rotation. This is the worst rotation in baseball. 10 being this is the best rotation in baseball. No one is stopping this rotation. I'm going to give it a 6.5. I think they've been okay. I think Crochet has been good. I think the others have all had their struggles. I think Richard Fitz has probably been the second most consistent of them all. But there are definitely worries and concerns and inconsistencies that we've seen so far. But you let me know in the comments. Confidence level in the rotation, 1 to 10. I did have a few more injury updates really quickly. Kutter Crawford has not faced live hitters yet. Is throwing bullpens and apparently is trending in the right direction. As we knew, Kutter was going to be a longer road. Like, he was not going to come up as fast as a Giolito or a Bello. The fact that he's throwing bullpens is good, and the fact that he's trending in the right direction, according to Cora and the training staff, is a good sign. And then we got more news on our favorite weird injury, Masataka Yoshida, currently at 80% in his throwing progression. So he's not even in rehab starts yet. They did put him on the IL to start the season. So he's not even in rehab starts yet. So I would assume they're going to wait for him to get to 100%, and then they'll probably have him do his rehab outing. And then after that, there's a conversation to be had with what happens with Masataka Yoshida. I think they are trying to stall as much as they can until he finally gets to 100% health, and then he is ready to go. We're going to talk about the game here in 1 second. But before we do, if you love the Red Sox, if you love Red Sox news, rumors, injury updates, game recaps after every single game, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm bringing you the latest injury news. Every time there is an injury update for Alex Cora, we will make a video about it like today's, and we will recap every single game, all 162 here on the channel. So if you love the Red Sox, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,500 subscribers as soon as possible, so don't miss out. Hit the sub button, and if you have already hit the sub button, send the link to a friend who has not. I greatly appreciate it. Let's talk about the game. Sox lose 2-1 in 11 innings. I think Jared Carrabba's put it best. Annoying is a great word for this. I had disgusting, and not for the right reasons. Let's just look at the brass tacks. I don't have a bunch of notes. I will be honest. I watched 7 innings of this, and then I actually went into a movie. I got invited to an early screening of the movie Warfare, which great movie, by the way, highly recommend it. So I did not catch the end of the game, but I did catch the highlights, and I did catch all the write-ups and everything. So I got a gist of what happened. But just looking at it from a broad point of view, Red Sox struck out 14 times tonight. Grand total of 4 hits. And when you lose a game 2-1 at home in extra innings, when you had an opportunity in the 10th to score and walk it off, that's just not good enough for this lineup, which should be way better. And I think the thing that stings the most is that you wasted a really good start from Tanner Houck. Tanner Houck's line goes like this: 6 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 2 Ks. For Tanner Houck, who we've been worried about since the second half of last season, into spring training, into the beginning of this season, that is a dominant start from Tanner Houck. And I watched his entire outing before I had to go into the movie. I saw all 6 2/3 innings. He was commanding the zone. He was controlling the zone. There were times when he would miss some spots, but overall, he had showed really great composure and really limited traffic on the base paths and just had a really dominant outing. Like, he was really, really impressive. He got back to his first half of 2024 ways. And for you to waste an outing like that, like the Crochet outing, not really the Crochet outing. The Crochet outing yesterday was fine. It really was errors that kind of did it in. But this is a dominant outing from Tanner Houck. And to waste that, you just, like, these are games that you go back to at the end of the season and say, God, that one game, if we would have won that one game, we would be one game closer to the playoffs and things like that. And if you end up missing out on the playoffs by a game, that's what you look back on, are games like this where you get 6 2/3, 1-run ball from your starter, and you are unable to capitalize. 3 players got a hit tonight. Jarren Duran had 1 hit. Rafael Devers had 2 hits. Christian Campbell had a hit. Everyone else went silent. That cannot happen. That cannot happen. You cannot do that. It just can't happen. Bregman, 0 for 3, 2 Ks. Did have a sac fly, which scored Jarren Duran in the first. Great. Casas, 0 for 4, 1 K. Story, 0 for 4, 2 Ks. Wilyer Abreu, 0 for 3, 1 K, 1 walk. David Hamilton, 0 for 4 with a K. Carlos Narvaez, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. Just ugly, man. I said I wouldn't use that word today. I promised my dad I would not use that word. It's disgusting. It's annoying. This is an annoying ass game. Before we get into more of the brass tacks here and I kind of talk more about my concerns, I do want you to grade Tanner Houck's performance for me, though. A, B, C, D, or F. I'm going to give it an A. Like, this is exactly what you needed from Tanner Houck. You needed Tanner Houck to come out, dominate, and just get his composure back, because I think there's a little bit of lack of confidence there for Tanner Houck, because he started off the season so dominant, made the All-Star game, gave up that absolute bomb to Shohei in the All-Star game, and then he kind of, I think, lost his confidence a little bit. People were starting to get to him. People were understanding that he wasn't going to throw a lot of fastballs. He was going to throw that sweeper. He was going to throw his off-speed, and that was going to kind of be it. And people started to kind of get his number, but this is an A outing for him. This is a dominant outing from Tanner Houck, and the fact that they didn't do anything with it really irks me a little bit. Let's talk about the bullpen a little bit. This was another really great part of the game. Justin Wilson, he only went a third of an inning. He got out of the seventh. No hits, no runs. Great. Justin Slayton with a clean inning, one inning of work. Aroldis Chapman only sacrificed 1 hit, struck out 2 in his inning of work. And then Greg Weissert, had another clean inning as well. And then you've got Winkowski that comes in, gives up the run, and that's ball game. You have 11 innings of work, 6 hits, 5 of those come from Houck. 2 walks, both from Houck. 4 Ks. I mean, your pitching staff did literally everything they could do. Literally everything they could do. Like, I'm kind of at a loss for words. You left 5 runners on base. You went 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position. That's just disgusting baseball. And I'm going to close out on this. You cannot tell me, and I've said this a few times now, I think I said it last night or yesterday. You cannot tell me that this team is not reminiscent of 2024. They are doing the exact same things that they did in 2024. They are going up to the plate. They are striking out way too much. Their approaches are not good. They look lost at the plate. They only walked once tonight. Abreu walked once. No walks. And you're just striking out. The approaches at the plate are not good. You're doing exactly what the 2024 team did. And that is incredibly frustrating because you bring in Bregman, you call up Campbell, you think that you've got a balanced lineup now and that all problems will go away and that they bring in a new hitting coach and that they try to make all these changes, but now it's just same crap, different year. That's just not going to cut it. They've scored, 2 runs in 3 games against, I need to fact check that. They scored 1 run tonight, 1 run on Tuesday. They've scored 4 runs in the last 3 games. That's just not going to do it. And it comes back to the same things we were griping on last year. It comes back to bad at-bats, striking out, not executing with runners in scoring position, and not doing anything at the plate that is anywhere progressive at all. And so that's very, very frustrating to watch because this team should be so much better. And we saw them be better when they put up double digits against the Cardinals. You can't have 1 game of double-digit runs and expect that to be enough for the next week. It's not. Like, you're a game under 500 now. You are sinking back into the AL East again. And I get it. We're only 13 games into the season, but every game matters. We see how tight these wild card and division races get at the end of the season. Every game matters. And like I said, you're going to look back at a game like this past, night, and you're going to see that could be like that one game that you look back on at the end of the season and say, God, if we would have won that game, we'd be in a playoff spot. So, look, I know that they need to get better, but it is annoying. It's frustrating to watch nonetheless. Give me your concern level. I'm going to ask you this. Are you worried? I'm not gonna, don't give me your concern level. We already did that about the we already rated the rotation. Are you worried? Are you worried about the Red Sox offense? Type a Y for yes if you are. Type an N for no if you're not. Let me know. Like are you worried? Be honest. Are you worried about the Red Sox offense? I mean, I'm going to say yes for now until they prove me otherwise. They've shown flashes, but any team can show flashes against bad pitching. They need to be able to do it consistently. We haven't seen that yet. You know, they play the White Sox coming up next. I don't even know if they go out and mash against the White Sox. I don't even know if we can say that their offense is back, because the White Sox aren't a good team. But we'll see. I digress. We'll see. I'm not going to go full panic mode yet. 13 games into the season. Take a deep breath. It will be okay. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this edition of the Red Sox Rundown. Like I said at the beginning of the video, help us out. Help follow the Red Sox Rundown on Instagram. The next 10 people that follow the Instagram, I will give a shout out on a future video. Don't miss out. I am posting my instant reactions. So I do these videos, these full-length videos, but I'm posting instant 60-second recaps on Instagram. You're going to get those there first. So if you want my instant analysis on every single game, all 162, before these videos come out, these full-length videos, follow the Instagram at the Red Sox Rundown. It'll be linked in the comments. It'll be linked in the description. Next 10 followers, I will follow. Well, I might follow a few of you back, but the next 10, I will give a shout-out. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day. And until next time, go Sox.